So, good morning, Panther fans, hockey fans. Wake up this morning to the news. Jonathan Huberdeau signs a long-term deal with Calgary Flames. Calgary Flames. It's early. Cut me some slack. All right. 8 years, an average of 10.5 per. So he gets more than Barkov. There's a lot to dive into here. He gets more than Barkov. 8 years, gets the full max. Starts when he's 30, so that means at age 37, 38, they've got a $10.5 million player. Good luck. Now, couple of things that this says to me. 10.5 in Calgary makes me wonder. You've got to figure he would have been willing to stay in Florida for the same 8x10 that Barkov got. Not necessarily saying that that's what we should have done. We knew that this was coming, and with the age where Huberdeau kind of got screwed, or almost got screwed, was in his bridge deal. It was a good deal, but his age at the time made it so that it was going to be iffy if he was going to get this kind of money, but he got it. So good for him. Good for him. It's a shame that it happened in Calgary from the perspective of 33% income tax. That's right. A third of that money just off the top. Right? The government says, thank you. I will take that. No problem. So now, in terms of hockey, I'm seeing Calgary fans all over the internet. We won the trade. We won the trade. We won the trade. Allow me and the puppets to digress on that point for a second. During the playoffs, I made a point somewhere around Game 2, Game 3 of the Tampa series. And it was actually a point that a lot of people agreed with, which is rare for this channel. My point was I felt like we were really getting exposed. Like Tampa was just showing the rest of the league, look, all you have to do is take time and space away from Barkov and Huberdeau, and man, they're not going to drive to the net and create their own space. They're just not that kind of player. During the regular season, when defenses are playing loosey-goosey, and those guys have plenty of room to operate, world-class superstars, absolutely no doubt. But come playoff time, when everything is tighter and they're getting checked, it's just not the same type of player. They don't have the additional skill set that it takes to be assertive, aggressive, and drive to the net and make things happen. So, much as I love Jonathan Huberdeau, obviously, I remain happy with the trade. The fact that Calgary even signs Uyghur, it doesn't faze me whatsoever. We don't have those guys. We have Tkachuk. I'm good with it because I feel Tkachuk is what this team needs, and Calgary got a good return. There's no doubt. There doesn't have to be a winner and a loser, by the way. Sometimes both teams can win a trade. If both teams get what they needed and what they feel that was required to take the next step, then everybody wins. Now, is Uyghur going to sign? I don't know. I don't know about that. Calgary obviously is, they're not concerned about money, right? Because they were going to, they tried to sign Gaudreau, then they were to sign Tkachuk, so they had money to do this. So Huberdeau is 29 now. When the new contract kicks in, he'll be 30 years old, so I believe that's what I saw, right? I'm assuming it's an extension over, and the last year this contract remains intact. So he'll be 37, 38, making $10.5 million. That's less than optimal, obviously, and that is exactly what the Panthers wanted to avoid. Okay? We would have done it, don't get me wrong. If Tkachuk doesn't come available, we signed Huberdeau to that exact contract without the half. It would have just been 10. It would have been the same as Barkov. I'm assuming Calgary threw in the extra half because of taxes and to kind of show Johnny, hey, we really want you here. And that's the other thing. I'm kind of surprised. I'm more than kind of surprised. I'm really surprised. And this is not a knock on Calgary, the city. It's not what I'm getting at, because Huberdeau's from Canada, so it's all all same to him. I'm surprised that he made this decision that quickly without even having been on the ice, seeing the chemistry with the guys, and I'm going to get myself into trouble here, but what the hell, it's August. There's a part of me, and I know this is going to piss off Calgary fans, and that's okay, I can take it, all right? But there's a part of me that looks at him saying, I want to stay in Calgary, and I have mixed feelings. There's half of me that says he wants stability and he wants to win, and then the other half of me says, is he really sure that staying in Calgary is the road to winning? You see what I'm saying? I'm torn both ways. I see both angles there. So I'll walk it back just a little bit and say I'm not just saying I'm surprised he did it. I can see his reasoning. But on the other hand, he could have gone anywhere he wanted to, right? He could have just played hardball, and he could have gone to a contender. And I know Calgary fans probably think they're still a contender. It's tough to know. It's tough to know, all right? The chemistry in the locker room is going to be changed. The leaders, everything's going to be changed. You guys might still be good. Don't get me wrong. But you don't know what the product on the ice is going to be. So I'm just surprised that Huberdeau didn't wait till let me play half the season, and then if I like it here, if I like the teammates, if I like the atmosphere, if I'm happy, then I'll sign. I'm surprised he didn't wait. So that's it, short and sweet. That's my take. I'm happy it turned out the way it did. We get a lot younger. We get a more aggressive, assertive player, the kind of player the Panthers need in Tkachuk. And for Calgary fans, it turns out to not be a massive disaster. You lose two of your best players. You've at least replaced one of them with, if you want to say Gaudreau and Huberdeau were even, whatever. Obviously, Uyghur plays a different position than Tkachuk. So, but if you can sign Uyghur, you guys at least stayed some kind of even-ish. You just don't know how the chemistry is going to be. So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm surprised it happened now when it did. Not salty. Don't confuse that. Whether they both sign, if they both sign long-term deals, I'm still happy with the deal that we made. I'm still happy with the trade. Absolutely would rather have, I said it in the video predicting the trade, I'd rather have 8 years of Tkachuk than 8 more years of Huberdeau. And we'll see how this all pans out. Boy, wouldn't it be something? Wouldn't it be something with the Flames-Panthers Stanley Cup Finals? Hockey gods, give us that. Because there's going to be all this yipping and yapping and bitching and complaining and fighting amongst... It's like a rivalry now. I can't say that word, but you know what I mean, right? So let's do this, Calgary. Huh? Let's do this. Panthers, Flames, Stanley Cup Finals. That'd be beautiful. And then we'll know who won the trade. That's the only way this is really going to be settled. I saw somebody today tweeting out Huberdeau's better than Gaudreau. And I went and I looked at their stats, and it's like duplicate. I mean, like the points per game and the shot. I mean, he was even looking at shot percentage. It's like a duplicate of each other with just one extra year, I think, for Huberdeau. I think he's got one extra year. But on paper, they're the same. So, okay, fine. Yeah, I think that's where we go with this, Calgary fans. There's only one way to solve this. There's only one way to solve this. Both teams make the Cup Finals. And then we'll sort it out on the ice. All right? Sounds good to me. All right, that's it. Short and sweet. Appreciate all the support. I'll be back this week I will be back this weekend with more content when I can speak.